Hey, it's Mark. I'm gonna do a video on a few different things here. I'm gonna look at some tech stocks, look at Bitcoin miners, and some supernovas, because I haven't looked at supernovas in a while. And with the market the way it's been, with a lot of trading volume and a lot of retail, like everybody's participating in the market now. There's gonna be a lot of big spikes, and a lot of stuff's not going to be deserving of it. So let's start with that. So like today, I saw that the Kodak stock actually was up really big today, and I was trying to find the news. It just looks like the news was that they're gonna start exploring their overfunded pension, which is sounds kind of bizarre to me that the stock's up that much on that, and it sounds like something you'd see from like an overfunded pension. It's just sounds kind of mismanaged or something. Like you'd see like a corporate raider would take over back in the 80s or something. They're gonna unlock gains created by its overfunded pension system. So yeah, the stock apparently reacted to that. So their overfunded pension soared to $1.2 billion at the end of 2022, or more than 4 times the market capitalization of the stock of the company. Proceeds may be used for purposes such as paying down debt and investing in growth initiatives. So I was like, the company's like stuck around, but they were really mismanaged for a long time, even though they just kind of lost out in the innovation, the cameras and stuff. But yeah, that seems like an overreaction to me. I wouldn't be surprised if it sells off after this. You look at the long-term chart. All these spikes eventually end up getting sold off. And I don't see why that one's different. Maybe it'll go another day or two like it did back there off of that spike, whatever that news was in 2022, but it looks like it's one of those that tends to spike up, and spike on news or something, and then just comes back down again. So I'd be surprised if that news, gave a fundamental change to the direction of the company or something. It's not. So I don't see how that's going to impact the stock. Maybe I guess it's a big deal because they've been struggling so bad, but there might have been a short squeeze too. I didn't even check to see if it's highly shorted, but I'll just spend like another 30 seconds on this one because there's other better stuff to talk about. Yeah, it looks like the 11% of the float were shorted. So yeah, that kind of goes with my thesis here that this is just like an overreaction. So yeah, 11%. So that number could be old. It looks like I'm just looking at Yahoo, and it's like that was like a couple weeks ago. At least a couple weeks ago, that was 11%. So maybe it's 15. You can get a squeeze off of like 12, 15. at the minimum. I think to be sure, it's usually like 20%. If the float's 20%. Let's kind of look at the intraday here. Yeah, that looks like a squeeze. Yeah, it looks like it halted. So I'm just looking at the intraday chart here, and that looks like it could have definitely been a squeeze there. That kind of reminds me of a lot of squeezes I've seen where a lot of times there'll be like a halt. There's a halt, and then like that pop there, and there was just some volume out of nowhere. But I'm not sure if there's a major level to squeeze off of though. But I guess there's a level there. So once it hit about 450, let's see. Yeah, once it hit 450, that looks like a level, but it looks like it started popping earlier. So yeah, I mean it's risky too, because if it does actually squeeze, you know, you don't want to short it. But I'm looking at this more as a short, or a, you know, not necessarily not a long. Like it's a good short. It looks like once it finally stops and goes red on the day. So if it goes red at any point tomorrow, it could be a good short or a put situation. So I'm just drinking some tea. I've got these. It's like it's green tea, so that's what that little ball is. And I've been drinking this green tea for a while now. Like I used to drink it, but not as regularly. But I got this new brand. It's pretty good. I think I'll do a post on that and put it up if anybody likes tea. It's like really good stuff. It's like the real loose leaf tea, you know, like not in the bag. So I just put it in that ball and it's really good. So, but that's the Kodak, and then I didn't see any other supernovas except the ROOT, but that looks like it was a reaction to earnings. But even still, this one's actually been pretty consistent. But still, I mean, it looks like a squeeze too. But just, I mean, you don't usually see stuff like this where it goes up, you know, like 7 days in a row or whatever it is. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, like 7 or 8, something like that. So what's this one? Yeah, this one's 10% short on this data. So yeah, it's not obviously a squeeze, but that is it's still some supernova price action. So you see these days go up. Eventually the buy volume short term will get exhausted and it's going to have a pullback. You know, every stock has a pullback at some point. So that would be the only thing I would probably want to short, like a really quick pullback, because it did have positive earnings and those are risky to short. So, but there might be some good action off the first red day. I mean, it might be down 2 days in a row or something when it's down. So yeah, it's got to go red on the day because it's pretty much been it's just, you know, been uptrending. So if it's, I'm just doing a trend line here. Well, it found that level pretty well. Yeah, right about there. So if it goes into like, you know, below $30, it found support back here at this today, actually right at $30, like round, like it hit 30 flat, you know, 30 on the nose. 30 was a huge level there that held. So yeah, if it goes below 30, this is a short just for like a day or two. Tell you they got some of the leaf, but yeah, that's a good short there if it goes below 30. So those are just kind of like periphery stuff. Like you can find setups like this on these supernovas, and I'm really good at finding them, but I don't really trade them as much, so I just put them out there. Like I found one the other day that was really good too, and they're really obvious. They're very obvious setups, so that makes a good setup, you know. So yeah, back to these. Let's go to the other stuff here, like the NVIDIA. NVIDIA's got this uptrend going that reclaimed this uptrend level, and then that looks like a bull flag there. So it just broke above the bull flag, or potential bull flag, off of that trend support again, because it looks like it's finding trend support there again because it bounced off. So it's kind of like a rough short-term trend support. So it looks like a bull flag because, you know, it usually doesn't do that unless it's like a flag, but that was kind of a bad candle there. But that's kind of normal on a bull flag. You know, you're gonna have some selling on the first day. So yeah, it still looks bullish, still looking pretty bullish. And the Nasdaq, of course, is pretty similar. You know, it looks like a bull flag, but it's just a bunch of levels up there. It's got a breakover, and it looks like it's trying to. The way it opened up so far in the overnight session here, it looks pretty bullish. Looks like that could easily turn to another big candle, but it's got to get over like 18.1. So it's getting pretty close to that. And it's just clear levels here, like the 18.1 and change, like 18.121 there, 18.109. You know, we got to break over that. But it's got to do something because it's kind of been it's been range bound here for, you know, a couple weeks. So, and I was looking at the retail sector just came around, and I missed that, but it just broke above my my levels there. That goes back to early 22, and then if you do like if you do an actual breakout level, you know, it's breaking over that too, barely today. So we got a new 52-week high on retail. So I was looking at the components. You know, it's like a lot of I mean, there's like Abercrombie's #1, and I didn't really find anything interesting I was in the top holdings, but the most important thing I was looking at recently is these Bitcoin miners and these crypto miners, because as we've seen, they haven't participated at all, you know, recently with the run in Bitcoin. So I kind of noticed that, like I talked about it in a video the other week or the other day when, yeah, it was like weeks ago, when I saw they seemed to like just peak out, and they looked really toppy to me, pretty much all of them, and it just seemed like the market shifted. And I think my hunch is it's just there's probably like hedge funds or a lot of people positioned short, and then they're moving them down somehow, I guess, because a lot of these don't have a lot of volume. I mean, even the biggest ones, you know, comparatively. But yeah, I was looking at the CAFR. Like, I'm actually looking at, I think these are good shorts because they haven't moved with Bitcoin. You know, that's not good, and it just seems like they put in a short-term top. So I think this one, I mean, you can kind of see it's basically like a head and shoulders, or a rounding top. So I think it could easily get down. This one could get down to like 240, 230, but I think for sure it's going to test this next level that I have, and that goes pretty far back. So I think it goes down to like, this one goes down to 270s for sure, and then maybe 240, 230. Yeah, 230 was about the low. So and this is the one where the shorts, this one's like always highly shorted, so they're just gonna pile in, I think. It looks like they already are, you know, just to pull it down. So because the shorts are in control again on these, and the wolf too, same kind of story. It's usually, I think it has a high short interest too. Let me double check, because I'm not positive on the wolf. But yeah, that one's high. That one's like 20% too, roughly, at least off the data I'm looking at. And the CIFR has 26% shorted, so it's a little more even. So yeah, so that one looks like it comes down to that was a level there. There's like a level right here because it congested there a lot, and then it retested there. So yeah, we just broke through that. So yeah, I think we could easily go down to, I think it easily goes down to like 140, 130, but maybe even 120s. But that one looks like an interesting short too, because there's just been a lot of sell volume that comes in. Maybe that even shows the shorts if they're not like naked, or yeah, there's just a lot of selling volume there a lot of these days. And I wouldn't even be looking at these. It's just the market reaction to these with Bitcoin going up and crypto going up is just really telling to me. And the same thing with any just broke through. There's a clear channel there, and it just broke through the channel support there. So the uptrend is not holding. So it looks like it took out a level there too. The low level was 183, and it went down to no, it's 89. Yeah, it hasn't taken that out yet. 183 is the next big level. I'm not sure if this is accurate. I'm seeing, yeah, it looks like, yeah, it's still got a little ways to go. Yeah, it looks right. And then, but yeah, it's broken down that channel, so that's bearish too. And this one hasn't had as much sell volume off the top, but it's still it's a bearish looking chart, and it's definitely not. There's no momentum there. The momentum's to the downside now because it's not making higher highs. It's about to make a lower low, and some of these have held up pretty well, so I was less interested in these as shorts. That's the ETF. Could be like a double top there, setting up on the ETF, WGMI, and DAP's another one. But yeah, I could be wrong, and these could just blow through. But you know, the market seems to be telling us that, you know, these aren't going up with Bitcoin. So if it breaks down, if the parity breaks down, there's no trade, you know. So these are all the ETFs. These are Bitcoin ETFs, DAPP. But it actually has more than Bitcoin. And BTCS kind of looks like the any chart, right? So it looks a little more bullish though. Like that doesn't look as bad, but it's kind of like the any chart. But it's still holding an uptrend. So yeah, the CIFR, WULF, and the CLSK. Well, now that one looks pretty good. It's not as bad. But yeah, the CIFR and the NE too. So that's those, and then looks like the Russell's still trying to hold up there, so maybe it will. And it was really threatening to go back down in that channel, because that's what the Russell likes to do, is just go sideways. So I got high hopes still on that one, like really getting some momentum. And yeah, it still looks like a lot of risk on, like bullishness out there. And looks like BYND's been a good trading stock. Things just up or down a lot every day. But yeah, as far as the setups go, that was what I was looking at. It's like the main ones. I was planning on putting on some Bitcoin miner puts today, but that didn't happen. But I thought the AMC might go, but it looks like the shorts are back in that one too. So I would expect it to try to reclaim that down channel. Usually, when one of these stocks gets the short sellers on it, they tend to sort of almost manipulate it down, where they can just keep it down and down and down, and then they'll have like pops, you know, like, and then they'll just re-short, you know. I used to see that a lot, like especially in 2022. You know, if the stock was just, you know, constantly down, there's usually just a lot of shorts on it, and then when it pops, it's just re-shorted because it squeezes, and that's kind of like a telling, you know, when the stock like this pops a lot, if it's up like 20% or something in a day, then you can kind of tell the shorts kind of show their hand on that, so to speak. You know, you can tell it's shorted because they all cover at the same time. So yeah, those are. I was trying to think of some more sectors I've been watching or anything. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of mixed stuff going on with the EV stocks. Like, I mean, it really looks like the lithium stocks and all those could rebound. Like I mean, that put in like a bottom basically there because it broke the downtrend. So I wouldn't be surprised if these things rebound a lot. And the Tesla just keeps uptrending, so it still looks bullish short term. Like, I think it easily goes to like 220, two teens. So yeah, it's still in this down channel though. Like I've said in the past, you know, it's trading in this down channel. So it's really got to get out of this down channel before it can get really bullish. And it's just been trading with the rest of the sector, EV sector. So, you know, it's got another up channel where it does. See, it trades these up channels before it goes back down the down channel. If you look at these lines, you can kind of see it's in another one of these here. So I would expect it probably to come back up and hit like 215, 214. Looks like there's a level at 212, 213. Looks like, yeah, 213 was the next kind of big level. So I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back up there, because we've seen even these lithium stocks, and the lithium stocks are just destroyed, right? So these lithium stocks have kind of gotten a bounce here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the EV sector trades the same, because these have all been trading very similar for months now. You know, I mean, the RIVN, I was looking at the RIVN's super tempting here as this could turn into a bear flag. I'm just watching this to see if it breaks that uptrend. So yeah, it looks like it could be a bear flag if it fails that level there. But like, it's kind of risky because a lot of these EV and lithium, like I'm saying, are going up. So, but it looks like their earnings were the big factor there. So that's kind of worth watching, I think, as a short, if it really does, you know, forcefully fail that 12 level. And that's about it. Yeah, like somebody wanted me to look at one of these energy companies, and it looks pretty good bullish. Like the VTLE, I mean, it's got an up channel going, the blue lines, and then it broke over that level. So it's actually leading above the XOP itself. So there's a bullish triangle right there. That's the triangle I was talking about. I'll have to comment in the comments. And then, yeah, it looks bullish, and it's got this up channel right there. So it looks like a bullish ascending triangle, and then, but it's got a lot of resistance here, around 42 or in high 41s. So And crude oil, the quotes are working again here. So crude oil's got a uptrend going. It's been an uptrend, you know, since December. And I just get a top line there. Yep. So it's uptrending, and it's got a big level there. Is my level that goes way back. So that's the channel. It's still in a long channel. It's just range bound. So that's not really bullish or bearish. It's just likely to stay in the channel, you know, as long as it's in there. And but if it breaks above that, like the 81, 82 level, you know, it could start going because it'd be out of that channel it likes to go into. But that's the oil. So yeah, that's it. I'll just call it a wrap because it's probably been talking a long time already. So yeah, I'll just call it a wrap on that.